everyone. My name is Christy Lynn. I am an author and illustrator. And if you normally watch my videos, you can see that I am somewhere different. I am at my grandma's house in Pennsylvania for Christmas vacation. So I'm going to be doing a week in the life type vlog so you can see what type of things I do during my Christmas vacation this year. Hopefully, I will get lots of great footage. I don't know how much I'll actually get because I know we're going to be very busy doing like some family game nights and going out to eat and opening presents. So we'll see what I can get. So while I'm on this trip, I'm not really going to be doing too much work. I'm very close to finishing my novel. I hit 98% of the way done with edits yesterday, but I'm going to be taking a break. If I have some spare time and I feel like working on my book, I might pull it out for a little bit, but I'm not going to try to work on anything. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break for the end of the year. And even though I don't plan on doing any work on my book while I'm here, the first thing I did do when we went out today was pull out my Little Free Library app and see what little free libraries were in the area. I don't know if we'll have any time to stop to any of them. Maybe if we go out shopping sometime, I might say, hey, can we stop here real quick? I did bring a few books to exchange in case we do stop by there, but I'm not sure if we'll have any time. So let's see what fun adventures I go on this week. So yesterday we were supposed to go out grocery shopping. We ended up going out to eat lunch instead, and it was a very rainy day. We ended up going to Home Depot afterwards, and we were like this close to getting backed into by somebody. But luckily, my dad honked on the horn and he stopped, but like very close to us. So that was a close call. And then when we got home, we just took a nap, and we had so many leftovers from the first 2 nights of eating out that we didn't need to eat anything for dinner, but we ate lunch so late that we ended up not eating dinner. We just ate snacks throughout the night, which is, I guess, what vacation is for. So, and now today we're going to the casino. It is attached to a mall, so I might go shopping at the mall if I'm not doing well at the casino. So, and then we always eat at the food court there, so I'm excited for that. I did get a little bit of footage at the casino. Unfortunately, I did not win. And we did go to the food court for lunch, and I had some Chick-fil-A, and I ended up going shopping afterwards. So the casino is connected to a mall, and when we stopped to eat lunch and I still wasn't winning, I decided to go shopping instead. So I ended up going to Bath and Body Works because they have a big semi-annual sale at this time where a lot of things are 75% off. So that's when I try to get some of the stuff that I like. So I ended up getting the Winter Candy Apple Lotion. That's one of my favorites. They were out of one of the other ones that I like, so I'll have to look for it somewhere else. And while I was there, I did look at a used bookstore that they had. I've been in there a couple of times before. Most of the books in there are kind of like pretty old books, so most of them I'm not usually interested in, but I still go in and look anyway. And they have a very small fantasy section, which is what I like to read. But I did end up finding this book, The Wand Maker's Apprentice. And it sounds like, I'm pretty sure this is probably the second one in the series. I think the first one is called The Wand Makers, and I know I've seen it somewhere. I don't know if it was on somebody else's little free library video or mine, or if it was at like a used bookstore, but I've seen the first one before and I don't have it, but I bought this one because even this one sounds interesting. So I'll have to keep an eye out for the first one. And if I can't find it, then I might just end up reading the second one because that one still sounds good as well. And after we were done at the mall, we went grocery shopping finally. Kind of all split up and went around the store, picked up things, and made it go a lot quicker. And we came home, took naps, and then we ended up going out to eat. I think I forgot to get a video. I had a hamburger, and then I also added like the soup and salad buffet, which has dessert, so I could have a little soup, a little salad, my burger, and then dessert to go with it. And now we're just kind of hanging out for the evening. We might play a card game later. So we'll have to wait and see what we do. Some more of my family came in this morning, so we have more people to play the game with us today. Alright, so when I was watching back my videos before, I realized that my sound wasn't great because I had the microphone laying on the bed. So I'm going to try holding it now and hope that the sound is a little bit better than the previous videos. I am still learning. This is my first vlog using my new microphone, so it'll take a little bit of getting used to. The first thing that I did today was go out shopping. Whenever I come up here to Pennsylvania to visit, my aunt, my cousin, and I always go out shopping to different stores and sometimes to the mall. So the first place that we went to today was actually a bookstore, and when I heard we were going there, I was very excited. It was half-price books, which I've never been to. I do have Book Exchange where I am, which is basically the same thing. All the books are half off, but the half-price books up here was very organized and a lot bigger, so there was a lot more of a variety of books and a lot larger of a section of fantasy, which is what I like to read. So I was very excited when I walked in. First book that I picked out was called Heartstone, I've never heard of this book before, and I picked it up and put it back, and then I decided to go back for it. It's a dragon related fantasy story, and I think there's a love story in there as well, so I'm hoping that it's kind of similar to Fourth Wing because I really liked that. So I decided to give this one a try. The next one that I found sounded kind of cute. It's A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I've seen different books like this before, with like fake dating and different ones like Witch's Guide to, or some type of guide to something. So it sounded like a fun book. So I thought I would give this one a try. The next book that I found I was really excited to find was the Inheritance Games. If you watched one of my older little library vlogs, you saw that I found the second one in this series in a little free library, and I grabbed it, and now I found the first one and I had to pick it up. So I'm excited to be able to finally start that series. So the next book that I found was The Last Legacy. It's by the same author who wrote Fable, and I really enjoyed that, and I read the description of this book and it sounded interesting, so I thought I would give this one a try. And the last one that I purchased was Flower Heart. I put this on my TBR on Goodreads a long time ago, and I've never seen it like in person. I don't think my library has it, so I've never actually like seen this book except for on Amazon. It is a little bit more expensive than the other books, so I was hesitant to buy it at first. I did end up putting it back, and as I shopped, I was like, you know what, I'll just give it a try because I've been wanting to read it for so long. I'm going to give this one a try. Together, I ended up with 5 books, and the last thing that my cousin found on the way out of the bookstore was they had 49-cent bookmarks, so I thought I would take a look, and I found this very pretty one with a girl, and it's kind of like shiny. She's looking for a book on her bookshelves, and it's very shiny, and it's very pretty. So, of course, for 49 cents, I was going to pick up another bookmark, even though I don't need one, but I couldn't pass it up. Then we went to Bath & Body Works to find more items for that sale. They ended up having the lotion that I was looking for yesterday that I couldn't find. So it's the Vanilla Bean Noel. I really love this scent. So I was very happy to find that one. And it ended up being 75% off, which was even better. And I also found that they had the Vanilla Bean Noel in soap. Normally I prefer the foaming soap, but they didn't have that, so I just picked up the gel soap. And I also picked up the Winter Candy Apple foaming soap because I know I like that scent. And while I was there, I also picked up this Cucumber Melon, which I really like that type of scent. So, and it smelled really good. This one was 50% off. And then after shopping, we came home and took a little bit of a nap, and then we had a big dinner tonight. I think we ended up having 26 people at our table, so we had like this back room in the restaurant and this huge long table all put together with everyone. So I was kind of trapped in the back booth because there was no way to get out without everybody else sliding out. It did take a little bit of time to get some of the meals, but that's okay. I really enjoyed my meal. And then when we got home, we did our family Christmas. So one of the things I got that my grandma made is so cute. It's this cute little bumblebee. She crocheted it. She's really good at crocheting things. And she made me this cute little bumblebee, and I love it. It's so cute. And then after we did all of our family gifts, we did like family Christmas Olympics. So we had like all these little mini games that we played. Merry Christmas.
Awesome. Time.
One, go. Hold on. And then we go from this one to here.
And we kept score. And when we were all done, we added it up. And everybody got to pick a prize at the end. So there was like a whole bunch of wrapped gifts, and each person based on the rank, got to pick first, second, or third. I ended up picking a big chocolate bar as my prize, so I was excited about that. I ended up being in 9th place, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun playing the games. We don't have too much planned for tomorrow. I know my aunt and cousin and I are going to be going shopping some other places tomorrow. Today we went to some of the smaller shopping plazas, and tomorrow we're going to go to the mall. So that will be exciting. And then I know there's a few restaurants that we want to hit before they leave on Tuesday, so we'll probably stop at some of those restaurants and then maybe order pizza for dinner. So we are back with another update for today. Today it was very cold out and windy, which made it even colder, so most of the family just stayed in today, but my aunt, cousin, and I went shopping at a few different places, and we ended up going to the mall. Unfortunately, the mall around here is closing soon, so most of the stores were closed and there was not a lot of places to shop. But I did find a few good deals, and we went to a few other discount clothing stores to find some clearance sales, so that was nice. And we went to Goodwill to check out what they had, and I did get some clothes there. And while we were at the mall, I did meet up with a good close friend of the family's at the mall who is also up here visiting her family for Christmas, and we ate lunch with her at the mall. Unfortunately, when we were leaving, I had a really bad headache, so as soon as I got home, I took some medicine and took a nap, and then I felt better when we woke up. We got some pizza for dinner, and then we played lots of games throughout the night, so that was a lot of fun. Some of the family that came to visit is leaving tomorrow, so they'll only be here about half of the day. But I had a lot of fun spending time with them and playing games tonight. It is still very windy out and very cold. Earlier, the wind chill was 0. The snow was blowing sideways. It was very cold out. And it just started snowing again a little bit. Right now, there's just a dusting, but I don't know how much is forecasted to come. I think probably less than an inch as of what I saw in the weather a few days ago. So it'll be a surprise when I wake up in the morning. I do love snow, so of course I had to look out the window and watch the snow fall for a little bit. So I guess we will see what we are going to do tomorrow. So today we had a little bit of a slower day. This morning we woke up and we had a little bit more snow on the ground. Probably no more than an inch, maybe half an inch, but it was very windy, so some of the snow probably blew around throughout the night. We did go to a Chinese buffet for lunch before some of my family members left for the day. Then we kind of just had a relaxing afternoon and kind of all ate dinner whenever we wanted, had leftovers. And then we played a card game in the evening and had some snacks while we played. So a nice restful day today, which is probably good since tomorrow is New Year's Eve and it will be a very busy day with lots of people visiting. Alright, it's the next morning and there is a snow update. There's going to be 2 to 4 inches of snow tonight, so I'm very excited. Unfortunately, it is coming in starting around 5 p.m. and we do have people coming in to celebrate the New Year's with us, so hopefully they can make it home safe. And then there's going to be a really heavy band of snow coming in right at midnight, so hopefully everybody makes it home safe, but I'm still going to enjoy the snow while it's here. We are just getting ready to go out to eat lunch, so I'm excited for that because the place we're going has really good sweet tea. Well, 7 o'clock at night, New Year's Eve, and this is one of the reasons I don't care for New Year's Eve. We had a lot of people over, and there's a lot of noise and everything, and I have anxiety, so I thought I would come in and get some medicine to help with that, to not have an anxiety attack. And I forgot I closed the door, and I ran into the door, and it just triggered an anxiety attack. So now I have to kind of stay in my room to try to calm myself down for a little bit while everybody else plays cards in the other room. Hopefully I can feel better later. Alright, it's been a half an hour and I think my medicine has kicked in, and I feel a little bit more calm after I took that and looked at some cute animal photos and listened to some music. So I'm gonna head back out to the room with everybody else. Wish me luck. Happy New Year! It's 2026 now. I had a lot more fun the rest of the evening. We played lots of games and had some New Year's pretzel. We had a lot of fun throughout the night. Some of the family left a little bit early because they were tired, so we didn't get to say Happy New Year with them, but that's okay. We got to say Happy New Year with the rest of the family who stayed, and hopefully they make it home safely because shortly after they left, it started snowing really hard. hopefully they make it home safe. Tomorrow will probably just be a day of resting. We might play some more card games, but it's our last day, so we probably won't do too much, and it'll probably be snowing too much to go out anywhere. I will probably go out and play in the snow a little bit, maybe make a snowman, so I'm excited for that. It's the next morning, and I'm getting ready to go out and play in the snow. I'm back in from being out in the snow. It was very cold out. I was rolling around in the snow and sitting and laying, and there's a little hill next to my grandma's house. And so I rolled down the hill 4 times, so that was a lot of fun. And now my legs are kind of cold and numb, so came in to warm up and changed into some dry clothes. But I had a lot of fun, and I made 2 little snowmen while I was out there. Alright, it is our last evening of our Christmas vacation. We've started doing a little bit of packing to get ready, so it's a little bit easier tomorrow in the morning. We played a card game tonight before bed, and that was a lot of fun. And now I'm going to continue packing some of my stuff so that I don't have as much to do in the morning. And it did start snowing again a little bit, not too hard, so hopefully it won't cover the roads so that we can get out easily tomorrow. Thank you for coming along with me on my Christmas vacation. I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time.